Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our February Happy Valentine's Day love readings for both couples and singles, astrological signs, all 12. So I am excited to just dive right on in and do this reading for you here. So let's get started. Hello Virgo, this is Kim doing your love reading for February for both our coupled up and our single Virgos out there. How are you all doing? Let's go ahead and get on started. We're looking at the overall energies for February for Virgos, coupled or single. And this is also for folks watching this who are with Virgos. What are the energies that we're working with in the love area for Virgo? Okay. Nice. We have passion and we have transformation. So the passion is fueling your transformation in the month of February and in the realm of love, which is beautiful because this tells me that you are actually pursuing your passions because as a result, there's transformation happening and unfolding in your life. Or perhaps your passion is inspiring a transformation in your partner, the way they handle you and work with you, and a transformation in your relationship. Also, for our single Virgos, this could mean that you are receiving a lot of beautiful things as a result of your pursuing your passions and then having the transformation unfold in both yourself and in your life around you, and in the potential suitors and partners that are coming your way. You just find that in February, something just clicks, something works. And it's because you are taking inspired action steps, whether it's in your job, and that good energy that's happening in your work is then kind of spilling over into the rest of your life. So you're feeling moved and transformed into a whole new kind of person, like a happier person, I sense. And I sense that because this is a love reading, primarily many of you will be having many passionate moments in February, maybe because it's the holiday, I don't know. But as a result, your relationship, if you're in a relationship, will transform. And for singles, the quality of the partners who are going to be coming your way will actually transform. All because of the sense of passion. This also could signify that for some Virgos who have just encountered someone that you kind of want to make a serious relationship with, that the passion that you're feeling is being reciprocated and it is going to transform from you being single into you being in a relationship. So it is a powerful love time for Virgos in February, which is awesome. Okay, we are looking at Virgo's love energies for February for single and coupled. We're looking at what are we dealing with, facing, overcoming in February in the love area for Virgos. We have it. Oh. I was just going to say we would love a jumping card, please. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands. Nice. And then we have the Knight of Cauldrons, or traditionally known as the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, which indicates to me that this is a time for the coupled up Virgos of stability, and Wands is passion. It's what fuels our spirit, is what stirs our soul. That is the Wands energy. What motivates us, what urges us to get up and go, and also what stirs us in the bedroom and in making love and in who we have chemistry with. It's that whole house there, you know. So passion is here, and the transformation tells me that it's taking you to a more stable place. And in February, you reach a peak of this feeling where you and your partner are feeling in sync, connected, in love, passionate towards each other. And for that, maybe some of you have recently gotten married or recently got engaged. Your relationship has transformed in a sense, or perhaps maybe your relationship has just taken a more deeper level. But nevertheless, it feels good. You feel solid, Virgos, in the month of February. And also, we know this to be related to love, because we have the Knight of Cups or Knight of Cauldrons. Cauldrons deals with emotions, deals, with those ups and downs. And so we have the Knight, which means movement, going towards something. You are transformed in a way where you're pursuing what makes you happy, and in turn, you're pursuing your passions in all areas of your life, including with your romantic partners. And as a result, things are happening in a beautiful unfoldment, in a beautiful manifestation. It's really exciting to see this, because it's mirrored here in the oracle cards, and it's saying it here. Like you and your partner are looking ahead to the future together. For the single Virgos, this also bodes well, because you're pursuing your passions, because there's maybe a couple of people who have piqued your interest. You now feel safe to start opening up emotionally, pursuing some possible relationship leads, if you will, pursuing people, allowing people to pursue you. You are open to the possibilities that are coming your way. If no one is right here on your, in your realm, like that you can see right now, that's okay. They are on their way. Things are starting to shift and move, because we know this, because it's a Knight. A Knight is about movement, about forward action. The Knight is facing this way, we're moving forward. So in February, Virgos, you can count on being emotionally positively stirred and having all of your passions piqued, having significant chemistry with people in your life. On the romantic level with some people, there's going to be some flirting going on, a lot of flirting throughout the month of February. But even in coupled up relationships, there is going to be some flirting, some emotional connections, some emotional revealing and sharing with your partner, emotional revealing with the potential partner. And you both are mutually feeling connected and safe to share. So it's a really beautiful time that I can see so far for Virgo. Let's look at what could be impacting our Virgo friends as far as outside and inside influences and things that could be going on that could impact Virgo's love life. Okay. Leaving grief work. And so part of transformation could be some of you having to have left or have recently left a relationship that wasn't serving you. Maybe recently as like a couple of weeks ago, or to as long as a couple of years ago, you had to leave a situation related to your love life. And there's still some grief work about that. Or perhaps you were the one that was left behind in the relationship, and it caused you to have a lot of grief, a lot of angst, a lot of worries about future relationships, about relationships that you had subsequently after that person who left. And it makes it difficult in your current relationships because of this underlying grief work that needs to unfold and happen. So you have to, as a part of the transformation and as a part of pursuing new passions, you're going to have to learn to let some of that old baggage surrounding some of those old relationships go. You may not realize that they are impacting you or are affecting you, but they are. You just take a look at your current relationships or your most recent relationship if you're not in one, and think about why it ended, if it ended, or why it's having some issues, and think about your part in it. And then when you think about your part, think about where those energies that you're putting out and those words and actions that's happening from you, where is it stemming from? Was it from a defense mechanism that you learned after dealing with this person that left you, that scarred you? If it is, and it's causing you a lot of angst and grief in your current relationships, it's time to put that to bed and spend some time working on that. And that is the part that is in the transformation here in February for you. Okay? So that will be definitely affecting you, and that is mostly an internal thing going on, not so much external. It could be that someone is dealing with a Virgo who's dealing with these issues. And I invite you to be patient with a Virgo and give them space to be able, in just room and space to deal with that, because it's not easy dealing with being abandoned. Maybe you're, and this also could be that you had to do the leaving. And what people don't realize is sometimes leaving is even harder than being left. No one really talks about that, but it's the truth. It is the truth. And so perhaps some of you are dealing with actually having to leave a situation in order to reach transformation and be able to pursue your passions and get to peace and happiness for the remainder of the month, while others have recently left situations and there's still grief work dealing with that. Nevertheless, that doesn't mean that you're still not going to have a powerful February, because the overarching energies is passion and transformation for Virgos, period. So in that, you still have some good stuff going on, but underlying all that, you have some grief work that needs to be worked on. And perhaps this is dealing with even childhood abandonment issues as well. Whatever the case may be, whatever you need to do, perhaps you need to speak to a therapist. For some people, for others, perhaps it's just simply crying or journaling or doing whatever you need to, talking it out to finally release it. Write it on a piece of paper, burn it, whatever you've got to do to release it. Because, I need to add, because it's affecting, and it will continue to affect your relationships. Okay, so we are looking at the sexual sensual energies for February for Virgos, coupled and single. Nice. Okay. All right, you've got two major arcana cards. jumped. First we have the moon card. Some things cast shadows, and what one thing may appear to be maybe a whole nother if you had shed some light on it. So things that as far as like sexual connections or whatever, it's all, for some of you who are dating or like starting to date someone, it's all kind of like an air of mystery around this person. There's definitely some chemistry going on. There's definitely some almost sexual tensions going on. And you wonder at what point will you be able to consummate your relationship for some of you. For those who are in relationship, there's this air of kind of, I don't know, like, not secrets, but kind of things that you're not necessarily sharing with your partner that maybe you enjoy. I don't know. And vice versa. Maybe you feel like maybe your partner is holding things back, kind of like pretending, if you will, when it comes to, you know, being happy or being fulfilled in the bedroom or just in general with your, you know, your level of chemistry. Here's what we call it traditionally the Judgment card. This is called the Arising card in this deck, but it's like a calling. Like you're called to be of love, be of service to your partner if you're in a relationship. You're called to want to be the everything to your partner. And so it's a little sometimes disheartening when you feel like maybe your partner's got this air of mystery and kind of holding back from you a little bit. It kind of entices you and makes you want to chase them a little, but on the other hand, it kind of turns you off. So there's this like tug of war, but you're called to just keep doing this and trying to make that connection with your partner. And then for those who are single, it's kind of the same thing. It's, you know, maybe you know, dealing with someone who's kind of playing coy with you. You know, things is not what they seem with this person. You can't quite tell if they're into you or not. It's all kind of a mystery. And you're just kind of tired of the mystery. But on the other hand, you're called to continue to still deal with this person, to still try to see what might be there. For those who have no one in the mix, you know, it's like what's around the corner. It's all kind of dark and you know, the moon can sometimes be a calming force, but sometimes it can be a little scary because it's casting shadows on things. And for singles, it's like this is kind of casting shadows on your life in general. And you're wondering, well, how much longer am I going to be single? Why is this all up in the air? When is this person going to come? I'm called to be in a relationship. Well, these cards are major arcana to say, yeah, you're going kind of through this shadowy moments, but that's because you will get to the other side and eventually meet your partner. It may not happen in February. Could, may not. Very well could though. But it's all a mystery. And sometimes some things are just meant to be mysteries. Sad to say. Or good to say. However you wish to look at it or choose to look at it. Okay, so we're going to look at the Romance Angels Oracle for Virgos. For our singled and coupled up, give us a couple of cards, Spirit, please, on what advice can be given to Virgos about their love life. And what I love about this reading is it shows the complexity of the journey we're going through, right? I mean, we're not like these linear beings that just have, okay, just one facet. There's many facets to us, and it's shown in the cards. Advice for Virgos for February 2018. Love, singles, and couples. Okay. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I'm going to read from the guidebook for these. Playfulness. Let's see. The romance angels are cherubs who embody all things romantic and who have a happy, youthful sense of playfulness. They delight in the wonders of love and ask you to do the same. The angels want to help you fall back in love with life again by guiding you to enjoy yourself. This comes from a spirit of joy and adventure. The angels ask you, when was the last time you had fun? If you don't remember, then it's long overdue for you to add some playtime into your schedule. The angels say that fun is a necessity, not a luxury. The activity can be free of charge, such as exploring nature, auditioning for a local theatrical production, joining a community sports team, or trying something new. Playfulness is a good investment of your time, as it will renew your energy levels and elevate your mood. Playtime is essential in relationships, too. To keep the free-spirited component of dating alive, plan regular, quote-unquote, date nights with your partner and take turns creatively planning fun activities such as miniature golf, karaoke, walking through a flower garden, or flying kites together. And that is so true. And that's how you keep the passion alive, is by infusing playfulness into it. We tend to get so serious in life, you know, it's bills and children and work and all these other obligations that we have, but we tend to lose the playfulness and the flirtiness and the connection in the relationships, and that's why you end up growing apart. And you don't want that in your relationship. The other thing is trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Let's look up trust. In response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. This truly is a situation where with faith, all things are possible. That's true. Okay, so what kind of healing can Virgos bring to their love life in February? What do they need to take a look at? A closer look at that needs some healing, or what healing work can they do? Singled and coupled Virgos. Alright, so I'm going to flip from the top if nothing jumps. 3, 2. Oh, interesting. Sadness seems to be a theme lately with a lot of different signs. 5. It's easy to swallow your sadness and hide behind a fake smile, yet sadness can open the door to your heart and help you access compassion. When you truly allow yourself to cry and feel sorrow over the loss of a loved one, a lost opportunity, a broken heart, or a friendship that's ended, You cleanse your soul and allow your heart to heal. Crying and feeling vulnerable can be a sign of strength, which demonstrates your connection to your body. To admit weakness can allow you to know yourself, embrace your limitations, and evolve. Be willing to let go of the cold walls of protection you have created, which makes you feel empty and sick. You don't need to get lost in your emotions. Just give yourself time to feel them and let them move through your whole being, cleansing and purifying your heart, body, and soul. And that's so beautiful. You know why? Because this card is speaking to what's going on over here, about the abandonment, the sadness over that, the grief work that's happening. Even if you had to be the one doing the leaving, you are working through that sadness. Please rewind this part again on this card for sadness and listen to it again, because it has the keys to how you heal this stuff going on here, how you're able to move on from all of that once and for all. And you won't have to keep carrying that baggage and singing that sad song over and over again. And let's do a closing card reading for Virgo in the love area. Singled and coupled. Okay, so freedom, opportunities, and look at the hearts in the background. And the butterfly, and then contemplate. That's part of the healing work that you'll be doing in the month of February. And I invite you to really embrace it and not think of it as a negative, but think of it as a beautiful necessity in enriching your life and making it much more abundant in the love area if you work on this grief work that you have to do, because it'll bring freedom and more opportunities for love for the single folk. And I see that the little butterfly and the hearts and this gal here just dancing, and there's cards in the background. There's opportunity here to grow and to blossom and to transform into someone who is in a loving relationship. And you have the freedom now to do that. You have the choice to choose freedom in how you look at this, how you look at this process. You're free to look at it however you wish. But it's best to embrace it, fall into it, surrender to all that's going on, because there's the good with like the passion and the connection that you're having. And then there's the healing work that needs to happen. And that will require some contemplation, some going within, some taking some quiet time out in February. It may be difficult with your partner as you guys are going to be connecting, but it will be necessary to have a little bit of time to kind of contemplate and do some work around the sadness that you experience from time to time, Virgos. You have the opportunity to do so. I mean, if we look at the freedom, meaning, let's see, freedom, exhilaration, can do anything, breaking out of routine, or need to let go and move on. Need to let go and move on. Surrender and move on. Opportunity, luck, possibilities, taking a risk, or need to be frugal. But I get the sense that you're going to start taking risks, because once you do that healing work, you'll feel confident to take the risk. You'll want to seize the opportunities. And then finally, contemplate. Taking stock, weighing options. 2 heads are better than 1. Need for a time out. Need for a time out. So you can kind of get back to self, calibrate, get back to your own personal algorithm of life. Because maybe if you don't, you'll start to feel out of sorts, and imbalances result in you getting sick and colds frequently and spats with loved ones. So it's important that you take a time out to take care of yourself, to realize how blessed you are to be in a place where you can just surrender and let go of all of the junk of the past. And you have the opportunity to now, act on some relationships that are coming your way, to act on an opportunity to connect to your partner on a deeper level. Well, my loves, I wish you a wonderful February. Thank you so much for watching. It was a blessing doing this reading for you today. So thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.